And now for a poetic reading. Teardrops keep falling on my head. But that doesn't mean I have to give a shit. The end. Welcome back to Game of Plays Duke Nukem 3. I'm going to the first secret level of this bunch. And like the previous secret level, you may remember it as a Mind Buster. This is another one of those Mind Buster non-Euclidean nightmares that I enjoy so much. But instead of going around a circle, we're going to, well, you can just kind of drop into all the rooms, and they all somehow share the same space. I'm not really sure what kind of fuckery is going on here, but I understand the logic behind it. It just, I can't really quite explain what's going on necessarily without you actually seeing what's happening. Also, it makes an excellent multiplayer level. In fact, all these secret levels have been excellent candidates for multiplayer levels thus far. For real. Especially Spin Cycle, obviously. You know, it's all symmetrical and shit. Teardrops keep falling on my head. Alright, we'll go in, there's 4 rooms. You can drop in the other 3 rooms for those circles, and if you drop into one of the circles drops into here, so, you know. Also, there'll be a lot of teleporting. Just, you know, take it all in. You don't need to rush. I mean, you can rush. You can go to the one room. There's exactly one room you need to actually go into and like finish. But, in a level like this, I would say take stock of the situation, restock on ammo and all that good shit, and be merry. Also, sometimes, because the enemy's flying, they'll end up in the other rooms, but you'll still hear them as they're, like, right next to you.
What a mess.
Which I think is a... I don't know if it's a glitch with the acoustics, but... Like I said, there's some weird fuckery that goes on when you mess with mathematics. Or maths, as they say in Australia. And the Britones. The Deftones of Brit. Ah. Hoovy, damn. Okay. Some stuffy stuff. Yeah, all the secrets are in the corners. There was nothing to memorize here. Incredible. It's also got the alphabeted delta gamma thingies. Okay, so be careful here. You got pit cops, you got the commander dudes, and facehuggers. Do not explode them near the women. What will happen is if you kill these particular ladies, some battle lords will be summoned. You don't want this to happen. You will die pretty damn fast, because you'll be out in the open with a few of them, and you'll be like, uh-oh. Unless you think you can really handle it. I have decided not to take that chance whatsoever. Yeah, so I'm just taking my time, making sure they don't blow up themselves, or at least blow up near the ladies. It really sucks that they capture this way, but I don't actually know where I am. This is a non-place. This doesn't exist, wherever this is. This is more of a level I would expect to see in Doom, honestly. Which I kind of like for that reason, but yeah. This isn't your typical Duke Nukem level, that's for sure. Neither was the Lunatic Fringe, was it? Okay, that's nice. And jank. I'm going to carefully get rid of all the eggs, because I don't want to risk putting my boot in someone's mouth, including my own, when I do such a thing. If you want to delete the eggs from existence, you have to smash many eggs in order to make a single omelet, except the omelet is instead alien yolk.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll say. That wasn't that impressive. It's just, it's the equivalent of exploding something, so he has to say these things.
Come get some.
Yay, it was out for the RPG. This must be fun to do a pistol start in. Not that I would want to exactly, but I suppose you could if you wanted to. There are some levels in which there is no jetpack, but you would need them for secrets, I think, maybe. I'm not 100% on that, but you might have a hard time otherwise. I'm just saying. Even the best need a little boost now and then. Just like your diet. Might want to double check that. Yeah, I think one of the facehuggers went somewhere else. I can't find him right now. Let's go to the third zone.
Groovy.
Why do I have the Devastators out? Because it's basically the Octobrain Zone. Let's go in. Welcome to the Octobrain Zone, where there are Octobrains. And if we keep going through the center, coming out at different points, more Octobrains will spawn. I'll make sure they're all gone, and then I'll leave. I didn't want to make this the shortest video in the world, so I try to put some length into it. Jeez. Some ludicrous jibs there.
See you in hell.
Hint, hint. Rise of the Triad someday. Hint. That game's mapping is awful, though. I'm gonna have to spend some time figuring that out. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, God, can you quickly sort these guys? Actually, wait a minute. We have to ask ourselves a fantasy fiction question, which is, if aliens die, do they go to human heaven? It's like how cultures have their own idea of heaven. Yeah, that's more realistic, but what if they just all went to the same heaven and they didn't understand it was the same one? That face hugger was hugging my face through another dimension. I should have seen it, and I didn't. Freaky shit. There's some eldritch beings in this game. Get to the eldritch shit of eldritchness. I'm just making sure I got all my things. I might do that a few times just to make sure. Things are kind of samey on the outside. We have one more area, which is helpful if you ever have jetpack or boots. There'll be some commanders, and then there'll be a battle lord right at the end. And then that'll be it. So, how you doing so far watching Duke Nukem 3D? Are you not entertained? I sure am. I had a whole lot of fun doing, like, I was already having fun, but I had the most fun so far. And I probably told you this, or maybe I didn't, but I went through an allergic reaction in between these two episodes. I know it caused it. I'm not going to talk about that, but I will talk about my experience with an allergic reaction, which is just, first of all, it hurts like hell, because what's happening is you're essentially getting the highs, but in my case, it was in my mouth, and that kind of stuff going in the top of my face, and then, you know, my brain was feeling that, I think, and I was just, or it was just so much pain that I went beyond the threshold, and I couldn't really focus on anything anymore, because pain really didn't mean anything at that point. Needless to say, I decided to indulge in some other games during that time. Everyone's going to have that one sick game, you know. And mine was Drox Operative, because that is the game you can technically play forever. And I would prefer playing that to, like, Cookie Clicker, per se. Because I at least have to actually have an active input, instead of just watching numbers fly up. So, yeah. It's also got online multiplayer, so I mean, you know, if you guys are bored and you need some stream material, there is that. It's pretty easy, the game, to play. Not to master. It's easy to play. In fact, no matter how many times you screw up, you can still level up even while screwing up. It's just gonna slow your experience down, but it's not gonna. You can't stop getting better at the game, is what I'm saying. You just slightly get better every time. And that, I think, is good. I mean, it can be stressful, but it's like, it's only a case of trying to do what it is I want to do. Because there's many different things you can do. So yeah, what I'm saying is, yeah, I get a little weird, and I want to explain why I didn't get things rolling out fast enough, and kind of explain that everyone needs to have a sick activity. You should too. Just in case you get sick. Everyone make a list of the things that you would do if you were sick. If you don't want to necessarily be asleep, because that really depends on things. Like, if you have an injury, yeah, of course you're going to be lying down. But I mean, like, if you're just, like, infected with something, but you want to move around. It happens. Anyway, see you soon.